and they were full of eyes within. And they rest not day and night, saying, Holy, 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 Yah Almighty, which was and is to come.
His Father's all about name. Holy, 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 which Almighty was and is to come. His name is one, the Father and the Son and the Ruach. I am that I am. Ahiyah, ASHER, Ahiyah. And now you'll see that, once I break it down later, you'll see Ahiyah is in all the children's name. All the children's name has Ahiyah in their name. Alright, St. John 14 and 6. St. John 14 and 6.
Yes.
St. John 4 and 6.
Not 14 and 6.
St. John?
Yeah, St. John.
Okay. 4 and 6.
Everybody got it?
Oh, 4 and 6.
14 and 6.
Oh.
Book of St. John, chapter 14, verses 6.
All the way to 16.
Right? Yeshua said unto him, I am the way, the truth, and the life.
You should through again. He's saying that through again. The way, the truth, and the life. Keep reading.
No man cometh unto the Father but by me.
No man go to the Father but by Yeshua. Keep reading.
If ye had known me, you should have known my Father also. And from henceforth you know him and have seen him. Philip saith unto him, Yah showeth us the Father. No, he said, excuse me. Master showeth us the Father, and it
Sufficient
us. Yeshua said unto him, Have I been so long time with you, and yet has not known me, Philip? He that has seen me has seen the Father, and has said, Thou then, show us the Father. Believe thou not that I am in the Father, and the Father in me.
All praise be one.
The words that I speak unto you, I speak not of myself, but the Father that dwell in me, and he does the work. Believe me that I am in the Father, and the Father in me. Or else believe me for the very work's sake. Verily, verily, I say unto you, he that believes on me, the works that I do, shall he do also, and greater works than these shall he do, because I go with my Father. And whosoever ye shall ask in my name, whatsoever you shall ask in my name, that will I do, that the Father may be glorified in the Son. St. John 14:14. If ye shall ask anything in my name, I will do. And if you love me, keep my commandments.
Commandments keep going on and on and on by the Father's name. Our Father still stressing my commandments with his name being brought out. Can you read verse 16?
And I will pray the Father, and he shall give you another comforter, that he may abide with you forever.
He gonna give you a comforter. So therefore he had power. He had the Father, Son, and the Ruach, which he promised us the Son, which is Messiah, and he promised us the Ruach. He sent both of them. He sent the Son, and he sent the Ruach, which is the Holy Spirit, which is the comforter. Okay, brother, Matthew 28:19. Matthew 28:19.
The book of Matthew, chapter 28, verses 19. Go ye, therefore, and teach all nations, baptizing them in the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit.
Holy Spirit. Again, it's all in one. The Father, Son, and the Ruach, which his name represents. Father, Son, and the Ruach. I am that I am. Ahiyah, ASHER, Ahiyah. This right here, song name right here means salvation. Salvation. That's what this means, salvation. Ahiyah, ASHER, Ahiyah. They're one.
28:19.
Matthew 28, 19.
Last scripture, John 5:43. St. John 5:43.
The book of St. John, chapter 5, verse 43. I am come in my Father's name, and you receive me not. If another should come in his own name, him you will receive.
Can you read on verse 7?
How can you believe which receive honor one of another, and seek not the honor that cometh from Yah only? Do not think that I will accuse you to the Father. There is one that accuses you, even Moses, in whom you trust. For had you believed Moses, you would have believed me, for he wrote of me. But if you believe not his writings, how shall you believe my words?
Everything is marked out, white, crossed out. White out. Oh. What you mean? I know, right here.
Yes, black.
No, that's the thing about the pot.
Very ready, bro. Read it again?
Yeah.
Okay. This is the book of St. John, chapter 5, verse 43. I am come in my Father's name, and you receive me not. If another shall come in my name, in his name, him you receive. How can you believe which receive honor of one of another, and seek not the honor that cometh from Yah only? Do not think that I will accuse you to the Father. There is one that accuses you, even Moses, in whom you trust. For had you believed Moses, you would have believed me, for he wrote of me. But if you believe not the writings, how shall you believe my words?
Okay, Moshe was given the name, right? Moshe was given a name. This is what Yeshua is talking about. Moshe was given a name. Moses gave it to us. And at the front he said, I come in my Father's name. Okay, you have the Father and the Son. The Father, Ahiyah. Same thing, Ahiyah, Ahiyah. Son, Yeshua. Messiah, which is our Savior. Yeshua. It's all coming together. His name, Ahiyah. I am that I am. It's Ahiyah.
Right.
That's the Father's name. You want to show you something? Because the Bible is true. What happened when my Father say something in the Bible, his word going to tear down everything. He said, this is my name forever. In Exodus 3. He said, this is my name forever through all generations. So if you skip that verse in the Bible, you go into another name, you ain't calling by the right name because it's right here in the Bible. You understand? Because the Bible's telling you that. He said, Moses, this is my name. Moses said, I went to the children of Israel, I told them, and Pharaoh still expecting them. I spoke on your name. The Son and Father's name won't agree. Ahiyah, ASHER, Ahiyah. They are one. I am Father, I am Son, Holy Spirit, Ruach. Now how you break it down, this right here is Alpha. This is the beginning in the Father's name. The Alpha, he said, the Alpha will make the beginning and end. Means salvation. Beginning and end. Ahiyah, ASHER, Ahiyah means beginning and forever. Now if you get on the Hebrew letter, this right here is Shin. This is Shin, Ahiyah. And this right here is Rush with an R. Ahiyah, ASHER, Ahiyah. This is how you spell it for the name. You have to get a better understanding of what these letters mean. Like I said, we went in Arabic course, we didn't know what this means. We just said Yod, He, Vav, He was the Father's name. Man gave us that. But I am that I am, my fathers gave that into Exodus. And he said, this is my name forever. Again, you can get out of this Yod-Heh-Vav-Heh, you can get Jehovah, you can get Yahweh, you can get Yehuda out of this Yod-Heh-Vav-Heh. But out of I am that I am, you can only get our Father's name. Ahiyah, ASHER, Ahiyah, beginning and end. And they one, they agree. And I'm going to show you another scripture in the Bible that people don't pay attention to.
Stop. You want to say it again?
Okay, let's go to 2 Samuel 12:24. 2 Samuel 12:24. Second Samuel 12:24.
This book of 2 Samuel, chapter 12, verses 24. And David comforted Bathsheba his wife, and went in to her, and laid with her. And she bare a son, and he called his called his name Solomon.
Stop right now. The word Solomon came from the El gods. Elohim, El Shaddai, all that kind of, that was the name he was given in captivity. Captivity name. Keep reading, brother.
And Yah loved him, and he sent by the hand of Nathan the prophet,
Our father's son, Nathan the prophet.
and he called his name
Jedediah. This is Solomon's name right here in the Bible. Name's not Solomon, it's Jedediah. Same thing, Father. Obadiah, Hezekiah, Nehemiah, Yeshaya, Ahiyah, Messiah, Jedediah. Solomon's name is not Solomon, it's Jedediah. Which the J was not though. So it's Jedediah.
because of Yah.
Because of who? The Father. Now this right here let you know the Father gave him Jedediah. The Father did not say nothing about the Solomon. Go ahead. What's that?
Yeah, that's what I was wondering.
Oh, I don't know. That's another N-I-H-U-M. But you know they done changed all that.
Well, you know where it really is?
Where?
Nehemiah.
Nehemiah. See, that's another thing. Nehemiah. It's AI. Ahiyah. Nehemiah. Obadiah. Zechariah. All those names. Uriah. Huh?
Now,
That's another name they put in our book.
yeah.
But right here in the scripture, it's telling you which one is it? Jeremiah,
Nehemiah.
Nehemiah, but they got Nahum. Let me show you something. Put Matthew 1:1. Matthew 1:1. So remember when we went in Babylon captivity, right? We went in Babylonian captivity. Every time we went in captivity, so we went to the Persians, the Medes. Everywhere we went, they changed our name. I'm gonna see where that L come from. Matthew 1:1.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 1, verses 1. The book of the generations of Yeshua, the son of David, the son of Abraham. Abraham beget Isaac, and Isaac beget Jacob. And Jacob beget Judas and his brethren. And Judas beget Phares, and Zerah, and Tamar. Phares beget Esrom, and Esrom beget Aram, and Aram beget Adnab, and Adnab beget Nison, and Nison beget Solomon, and Solomon beget Boaz. Boaz, oh mine said Booz. They took the A
Yeah,
out.
booze.
Yeah. A lot of these Bibles, they messed up. As you can see, mine said B-O-O-S. Of Rahab. And Boaz beget Obed of Ruth. And Obed beget Jesse. And Jesse beget David the king. And David the king beget Solomon of her that he been the wife of Perez. And Solomon beget Rehoboam. And Rehoboam beget Abed. And Abed beget Asa. excuse me, and Asa beget Jehoshaphat, and Jehoshaphat beget Jeroam, and Jeroam beget Osiris, and Osiris beget Jotham, and Jotham beget Achis, and Achis beget Ezekias, Zacchaeus. Trying to get it right.
Oh, you good, you good.
And Zacchaeus beget Manasseh, and Manasseh beget Amon, and Amon beget Joseph.
This is the key verse. Y'all want everybody listening to this.
Right. Forgive me, y'all, butchering these names.
You're doing great, God. I'm doing.
Right. And Joaz beget
Josiah.
Josiah, or Josiah, excuse me. And Josiah beget Some help, anybody?
Beget.
Beget
Jack.
Jananias,
Shanias, yeah.
Jeconias, Jehopanias.
And his brethren, about the time that they were
They're
carried
into
away.
Babylon. Okay, but keep reading. But now watch the name change when they go to Babylon. Keep reading.
And after they were brought to Babylon,
Babylon.
Ananias beget Selethan,
Selethalel with an L.
Senethael, and Selethael became Zerubbabel.
Zerubbabel. Not all the L's coming in when they went to Babylon. Babylon's the one who gave us that L. Because we were worshiping the L God when we was in captivity with them. Keep reading.
And Zerubbabel beget Abed, and Abed beget Elkim.
Elkim, not an L. You see the L coming in Babylon? So when you go and capture the Babylon, you saw the L just rolling all our names. Keep reading.
And Elkim beget Azor, and Azor beget Sadoc, and Sadoc beget Achim, and Achim beget Elfed.
Elfed. Now that L is rolling our name because we was in captivity with them. Okay, now let's go to I think it's Daniel 1:1. Daniel 1:1. You realize when we were in captivity with the Persians, they changed Esther's name to their god as Estherah. Now you're gonna see where they changed Daniel's name, because they changed Daniel, that's not Daniel. Daniel's name is not Daniel either. You get what I'm saying? So therefore, every time we're in captivity, they changed our name. Right now we're up under Jesus in this captivity. We're up under Jesus. That God, Jesus. And Jesus, two S's. We ever heard S's at the end of a word, a name? It came from the Greeks. Jesus came from the Greek, which is now English and Greek. Now we're under their captivity. They changed the name. They took the Y out. They took the jump at the.
That point I like to bring out too, by this being in our land of our captivities, I like to bring up our last name, Huggins. Huggins, sister.
St. Clair.
St. Clair.
St. Clair.
Beck. Quarterman.
Taylor.
Taylor.
Think about that. When we talk about this in the future, you know, if y'all's will, we all make it. We ain't changed back to what we supposed to.
Alright, Taylor.
Yeah, Qual. Boaz. Yep.
Yeah.
Dear.
I'm just hugging still.
No.
Oh, your last name Huggins?
Yes.
Oh.
When you get your Hebrew name, our name's gonna change back.
Yeah,
But by being in this land of our captivities,
Daryl.
Yep.
Jacob. Quad.
Yep.
Boaz.
So mine's probably Huggy Bear.
No.
I know what happened with us.
Mhm.
You know, we didn't want to be on the reservation, so we, you know, we cut our hair and learned English and took on a German last name. You know, we're Native American. Yeah. And,
All right, let's go Daniel 1:1. Then we're going to discuss this. Man, once we finish, we'll have questions and stuff going to. Daniel 1:1.
This is the book of Daniel, chapter 1, verses 1. In the third year of the reign of Jehoiakim, king of Judah, came Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, into Jerusalem, and besieged it. And Yah gave Jehoiakim, king of Judah, into his hand, with part of the vessel of the house of Yah, which he carried into the land of Shinar, to the house of his God.
His God.
And he beget the vessel unto the treasure house of his God. And the king spoke unto Ashpenaz, the master of the eunuchs, of his eunuchs, and that he should bring certain of the children of Israel, and of the king's seed, and of the princes, children in whom was no blemish, but well favored and skillful in all wisdom and cunning and knowledge and understanding science, such as had ability in them to stand in the king's palace, and whom they might teach the learning and the tongue of the Chaldeans.
Oh, look. Now, they was up under the Persian Chaldeans, right? They was over there in their captivity. They taught them their language. So that's why when they taught them later, they changed their names. You see, they were saying Daniel. Daniel's name is not Daniel. Make Abednego, Meshach, and Abednego. That was not their names. Keep reading, brother.
This is the book of Daniel 5, the book of Daniel chapter 1, verses 5. And the king appointed them a daily provision of the king's meat and of the wine which he drank, so nourishing them 3 years, that all the end thereof they might stand before the king. Now among these were of the children of Judah, Daniel, Hananiah,
Go ahead.
Mishael, and Azariah, unto whom the prince of the eunuchs gave names. For he gave unto Daniel the name of Belshazzar.
Belshazzar, which is their God. Which is their God. So every time we went to captivity, they gave us the names of their God. But our Father gave us His name right there in His book. They did not change. He allowed us to have it in here simply in this book. Keep reading, brother.
And Hananiah of Shadrach, and Meshach, and Azra of Abednego.
Okay, that's it, brother. Now let's go to I think Esther. Esther. Let me go to Esther.
The E or A?
E. Esther.
Jessa. ECL.
Mama.
Four and seven.
Chapter 4 and verse 7.
Esther 4 and 7.
Okay.
And you gotta realize the word Esther is not her name, right? For Esther is Esther rock, woman goddess. That's not her name. That was the name given in the Persian captivity. All right. Esther 4 and 7. Right.
The book of Esther, chapter 4, verse 7.
Chapter 4? That's right here.
Oh no, you like
No, chapter 3 right here. 4.
What's that?
That's 2.
2 and 7. 2 and 7.
2 and 7?
2 and 7.
2 and 7?
Yeah, that's what I said.
It's 2 and 7.
2 and 7.
What's up?
Yeah, 2 and 7.
2 and 7?
2 and 7. Okay.
Oh.
I don't have enough.
Oh, no.
That's 2 and 7.
This is the book of Esther, chapter 2, verse 7. And he brought up Hananiah, that is Esther, his uncle's daughter, for she had neither father nor mother, and the maid was fair and beautiful, whom Mordecai, when his father and mother were dead, told for his own daughter.
Okay.
Took
Now you see, and he bought Hananiah. Her name is Hananiah. Ayas again. Like Solomon. Jedediah. You see what her name was before they changed her name to Esther, which is their God. All these names go to the Father's name. Tobias, even Tobias, his name is Tobias. Elias.
Oh, no wonder.
You get that picture?
Right here.
I'd like to bring out a point too. But, when you look at back to Esther chapter 2 and 7, and see the part where it says fair,
I want to read them.
the word fair, it doesn't mean that she was light skinned. I like to bring that out.
It's beautiful.
It was beautiful, very beautiful. And over time, certain words change, mean different things.
And that's why you'll see that El gods in Babylon. That's where you get when we went in captivity. We worship their El God, like Elohim, El Shaddai, all that stuff. That came when we went into Babylonian captivity. It means Baal, the El God. All that stuff is the names that they gave us. We call our father that name. Malak, similar to bull. Elohim. You'll see Israelite. It's not Israelite, it's Ahiyah. It's not Israelite. Emmanuel. Those are names given to us. Jezebel. Beelzebub. Belial, you hear Belial a lot. That means a stone cold sinner. Somebody that hate their evil. When they call somebody this in the Bible, that's evil. Baal, all those names. Then you see Uriah, they call the angel Uriah. Why would the angels have El in their name? Why would they be named after the Father? Because it's not their name with the El. Samuel, Shemaiah, that's his name. His name not Samuel, his name is Shemaiah. All that El stuff we get from them, they gave us that. Same when we came over here, they took the J away. Gave us, I'm gonna say they took the Y away, gave us the J. And they gave us Jesus. Now we worship their God, which is Jesus Christ. Now we still also working the Canaanites' God's Lord God. That's their God.
But we can still say like Heavenly Father.
Father, it's honored. Thank you for bringing that up. Again, our Father. You saying our Father. And Shabbat. Abba is in there. You had gave me scripture yesterday, which one it was for when he said this is a sign forever.
Oh, that's Exodus chapter 31.
Yeah.
Exodus
Abba,
31.
Abba being Father, we realize Abba is Abba. This is I right here. And the B is the bet.
Mama. Mama.
So I find it.
Mama.
I made some copies of these too, y'all want to study yourself. That name. Oh, I know for that. That's what they put in there. That's wrong. You gotta go by what this say. That's what I found out one number one.
Thank you.
You want these back?
No. Here we go. Get it. You probably do that.
I'm gonna read this out. Read this out.
Yeah, read that loud. Yeah, read that. I want everybody to hear that.
Okay.
So we're allowed to have holy names?
Yeah, you're supposed to change the name.
What you do is you can use like a concordance. So before you get into it, you pray to the Father and ask him. You know, and he'll show you, he's gonna direct you what your name should be.
Right.
Yeah. So
We don't just pick our own name.
Then you can get the spirit,
no,
spirit.
don't. Yeah, he gonna guide you to it. Some people
Yeah.
get in a dream. Yeah.
I don't want to be Deja.
I want to be Jalen Huggins. I can't keep that name.
Yeah. Like I said, he
Huggins, that's a name in the Bible?
No.
no.
James is though.
But was it really? It couldn't have been.
Well, Malik.
James.
My middle name.
James.
I think my middle name is Malik. Just something to do like messenger or something.
No. But like I said, he'll give you your name that fits you. Like all right, like Yaakov or Yaakov, how you pronounce it, Jacob, right?
Yeah.
And it translates to hill catchers. Now, throughout my whole life, it always seemed like I was always trying to catch up with everybody. And I never noticed it, so I started really thinking about it. I'm always trying to catch up, like everybody was so far ahead of me, and I'm always running to catch up. You see what I'm saying? But then when you like break it down, I'm like, wow, that makes sense. But it's like what Jacob was supposed to do in the end, Jacob ruled. I mean, all us, because we wanted that name Jacob, Israel. See, we behind right now, we at the bottom, but in the end, we're going to be at the top. See?
Got it, bro.
Okay, let me read this.
Funny what it reminded me of.
Okay.
When I used to play football, if I couldn't get them, I'd just dive and grab their ankle.
There. All right. Who is El? El was known as the supreme god of the Canaanites in the mythology of the ancient Near East. He was the father of the gods and men and the creator deity. He is sometimes depicted as a bull and known for his tremendous power and strength. The origins. El was an important god of the Canaanite mythology. It is believed that he lived on Mount Sephon, close to the ancient Syrian city of Yirgat. He was very respected and was considered by the people to be all-knowing and all-powerful. He was incredibly wise and compassionate to those that came to him for guidance, but not always.
You know, that's it. I just want to know what the L means.
Okay.
Yeah, the L means, because the L came from captivity. They called us Elohim, El Shaddai, Daniel, Ezekiel. All those names came when we was in captivity. Those are not our name. And again, Abba's in the alphabet again. Abba, it starts with Alpha, that's our father. A, B, B, A. This is how you spell Abba. Same thing, Shabbat. It's in his name. You can simply say Abba. I said we got to get into learning the basic of the alphabet. Once we get the basic, we'll know how to break down how to pronounce it and pronounce our Father's true name. Like in the Bible, I am that I am. Ahiyah, ASHER, Ahiyah. They changed all our names. That's why we are so lost. That's why we've been dependent on them all our life. And they got so many directions that we could fail. They like, we think we're doing something right. For example, camps now, today, still calling on Jesus and Lord.
Right.
Because they're not doing any research. They just stuck with what they're doing. No, we need to keep learning. He wants us to increase in knowledge, then He's going to feed us. If we stand still and keep saying, okay, this is this, for years, like the Christian, say forever learning, never getting the full understanding of the truth. They forever learning, but they're not really, really seeking Him. We seeking Him. We try to make sure we know His right, divided name. And He gave it to us. And here, go right here. Right here. I mean, anybody got any questions, any concerns about this, right now is the time to, say anything, because this is right here, this is the name. This is our Father's name. According to scriptures in the Bible. The Bible says in prove all things. This right here, to me, says enough. According to all the names. You find all the prophets' names. Jedediah, Solomon's name is not even Solomon. Jedediah. Nathan. Nathaniah. Uriah, it's not even Uriah, the angels. Why would the angels, think about it, why would the angels, His holy people that's in the kingdom, be named Uriah, Samuel, chosen of our Father, chosen, Samuel, Shemaiah, just like Shem, in the Old Testament. All this right here, the evidence.
ASHER me and
Rush being like Satan or something.
in the middle.
Yeah.
ASHER,
ASR.
ASHER.
Like it's short, like
That means
Ahiyah, ASHER, Ahiyah. You break it down together, you gotta pronounce it together. Y'all gotta put that ASHER. When you look at this right here, it's broken down. So you got sh, and then you got the rush. Right there. So you break it down together.
From the end.
Yeah, and Hebrew you start from the left to right. So therefore you say, you got the, you got the ah, you got the ah, which is out. They say silent, it's not silent. Ah. Then you got the sh. Then you got the rush. Ahiyah, ASHER, Ahiyah. You get what I'm saying? Same thing with this. You got the ah. Then you got the ha, ya. Ahiyah. Ahiyah, ASHER, Ahiyah, ASHER, Ahiyah. You say it together. Ahiyah. Remember Most High? When you say Most High, you say Most High Yah.
Right.
It's in His name, the Most High Yah. So you say Most High Yah. We've been saying His name, didn't know it. When we say Most High Yah.
Yeah.
It's in there, you say the enemy when they say Ahiyah, 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 Ahiyah. They dance around, we don't know what they were saying. But now we know they was calling on the Father. They was calling on the Father. This is His name. Like I said, I've been going through the Hebrew letters, how to pronounce it, how to break it down. But again, my era again, I was going by this, what man gave me.
Who?
Man gave us this. Everybody in the world using this. You will not see this online. I had to struggle to find this. When I found it, I already had the Alpha in the Bible. Then I put it together. I said, wait a minute, this looks like right. The only thing is, to me, I don't like how they spell his name down here. But this is the only thing online that I found that matched his true name. It's not online. It's not in this at all. This gave us a lot of truth, but also gave us a lot of lies too, according to the name. Ahiyah, ASHER, Ahiyah. His name is Ahiyah. You gotta say Ahiyah for like I am, sure, I am that I am. I am that I am. Ahiyah. Ahiyah is gonna be in all our names. Ahiyah. Ahiyah. It's gonna be in all our names. Salvation again. Messiah, right? Messiah. So the Savior got to come with that name, Messiah. Ahiyah got to be in the name, right? Ahiyah won't be in Jesus.
So the W and the L was never.
It's that was because what happened was, right here, I'm gonna show you how they did it. I'm gonna show you how they did it. We got Yod, Hey, Vav, Hey. You can get the W in here, according to this right here. This is how they get W. You see this right here? A lot of people say double V. So they put the W right there. So they do, they say Yod. What is that? What is Yod at? Okay, Yod. Like the Y, right? Hey, Vav. Now, Yod, Hey, Vav, Hey mean Y, H, W, or U, or V. You can put Jehovah, you can put Yahweh, you can put Yahuwah. People say, well, I want to use the U. I don't want to use the W. We use the U. You know, other camps, they use the W. Jehovah's Witnesses use the V. This was a confusion right here. You can pick and choose what you want to call his name by one letter, which is Yod, Hey, Vav, Hey. This is where everybody got confusion was. From the heathen gave us that. They gave us the W, 2V, because the W came from 2 U's, or double V.
Right.
So they put the W in there. Also the W that came from same pagan god Jehovah. They together. Because hey, you see that book I ordered? It's got it's called Illuminati 2. It's got it in there. Jehovah means Yahweh. So this is where the confusion came in that Yod, Hey, Vav, Hey. We was going on what man said, but is this in the Bible? No, Exodus 3 and 13 says, I am that I am, which means Ahiyah, ASHER, Ahiyah.
Yahweh. I thought we learned that word yesterday, last week.
Well, that's into the day we was calling on that name because it was confusing. It was different. But we were saying Yahuwah, you were saying
Because I wrote that down.
We based everything on the Tetragrammaton.
Okay.
That's what we was basing everything on. So with that, that's why my brother was saying Yahuwah, I was still saying Yahweh.
So it's not Yeshua, you
no, it's none of that. None of that at all. Because that's not his name. This is going by this. They would have Bob right there. Which everybody get confused. That's how you get Yahweh right there in the middle. That's how you get Yahuwah. That's how you get Jehovah. In the same spot. What was that same spot? That could be a W or V or U. In that same spot. That Vav. Because the Vav changes around letters. Because if you go on the video we seen this morning, it's on here. The word said in regular Hebrew, there's no dots. But show the video, when you have a dot, that means you got to change something else. Now, if they put the dot somewhere, you could get the W, the V sound, according to wherever the dot goes. The dot go on the top, that means it's V probably. Put the dot on the bottom, that means it's O. Put a dot over here, that means that sound is U. So everybody picked and choose what they want to choose out of here, and they post it online. Come on, you see all this, your Yahweh, your Yahuwah, your Jehovah, because everybody take upon themselves just to go by this right here.
So this just proved like the churches is just fake because they don't know nothing
They don't know
about
nothing about this. They ain't even this far. Because they're not seeking them. They're not seeking the truth.
Yeah, they
We are.
not researching up on
They're
this.
not
I
researching
thought
on
the
it.
whole part of
Think about it right here. I'm gonna show how blind we was. I am that I am right here. How did they get this out of that?
Right.
How in the world did they get this out of this? Because we didn't know Hebrew. We didn't know the basis of it. We didn't know the alphabet.
Right.
Now we know the basis of the alphabet. All we gotta do is know the basis. We ain't got no Hebrew. All we know the basis of the alphabet. What these words mean. That's right. You can decipher our Father's name because it's right here in this book. All of our Bible got the same thing. I am that I am in the Bible.
And multiple times he refers
That's right.
as himself by that.
I'm gonna tell you something again though. Jehovah's Witness is slick. Guess what they got in their Bible? I will be who I will be.
Yeah.
So they'll never
Yeah.
find his true name.
Right.
And they won't leave that Bible neither.
That's right.
There's so much confusion.
That's right. Well, it's confused with the world.
Yeah,
not
that's
our
what I mean
Father.
with the world. Not, I ain't talking
Their Bible say, I will be whom I will be. They'll never find his true name.
They gonna keep modifying that Bible.
They're gonna
Yeah,
keep modifying the
keep
Bible.
modifying.
So it's our goal to spread it.
Well, we have to spread his true name and give him proof and go straight right to Exodus and show people our Father said what our Father said sells it. This is what our Father said. It's not me saying it.
Exodus 3:11 said though.
3:11 all the way to
That's the
16.
first time he ever say I am that I am. When
That's
he
the
asked
first time he said it.
who,
And then
I never heard that even mentioned.
Yeshua said it. He said, before Abraham I was I am.
Mhm.
So the Father and Son share the one name. I am. I am the Father, I am the Son. In the Ruach. Good question, sister?
So this new?
All of us.
This new to all of us though.
It's right, we just, because we prayed on this and we want to get his name right.
Right.
And it's right here. Then you gotta realize, all the prophets in the Bible again, they got the Ahiyah, Jeremiah, Nehemiah, Obadiah, Hezekiah, all got Ahiyah in their name. Ahiyah, same thing as I am. In the Father's name, I am in the Son's name. I am a Messiah name.
And then for us to come from that to then
Oh,
like
I see.
Janelle.
Yeah, you're going backwards like this.
Yeah, you gotta
Right.
read, you gotta read right to left. And that's how you gotta pronounce it from right to left. That's how Hebrew speak from right to left.
Right.
So you pronounce, you gotta pronounce it going that way. And you gotta like, you know, say it like Ahiyah. ASHER, Ahiyah.
Yes, sir.
That's how you pronounce his name. What's it, brother?
Yeah. But I read from their Bible. I just pull up online.
You got it?
Yep.
Which Bible you
Exodus 3:14. They New World Translation. Jehovah's Witness. Yep. It says, so God said to Moses, I will become what I choose
I will
to become.
what I choose to become.
And he added, this is what you are to say to the Israelites. I will become has sent me to you.
I will become.
I will become.
I will become. Now, how you gonna get in Hebrew that? You'll never come up with this true name. I will become who I will become.
So how did you
I had to speak with a person with that. They talk about this talk about a spirit that he has many names. I speak to a person that said I am what I am. They use that scripture.
But they know it, they understand it.
It was an elder.
Well, even as we thought that was a title, the elder that's helping you, he thought that was a title. That's our Father's
But
name.
there's no such thing as a Christian though, right?
Well, you're right. They're given by the world gave them the name Christianity.
But there's no.
Well, Christians is KKK.
Nowhere in the Bible where the Most High told you to become.
There you go.
Christian.
There you
They
go.
trying to say, but they claiming that, you know, even from that name Christ, even though we're not supposed to use, they claim that's to be a depiction from Christ, a Christian.
But where they're really getting that from is when they went to Antioch.
Antioch.
They called
And it
them
was first called
Christians when they were
Christians.
in Antioch.
Antioch.
But if you look up the word,
That's where all the
Cretan.
Christian stuff come from.
if you guys look up the word Cretan,
Yeah. That's what made Christianity.
Well, probably not him, but
Well, they
the
already-
ancestors.
Yeah, the organization, the Roman Catholic Church. Yep.
see right, you can
Any questions?
Well, he just promoted him basically. Why you took the last one?
Cause you ate 4.
I don't care.
Yeah, I got it.
He's on why I took right.
It's so mean.
Just go over it. Just reading yourself and go empty here. So
You got the word Christian.
I praise him.
I am.
Oh.
I praise him.
All right. So look, I just wanted to bring this out.
Good.
Yeah. But the word Christian, that was not a good name that they was calling them when they came to Antioch. And the word Christian or Cretan, that word Cretan derives from the word Christian. The original word from Cretan is a Latin word, means Christianos, which I'm gonna read it, which is French for Christian. And it says Cretan is a stupid person. It says, number 2, it says a person who is deformed or mentally handicapped because of congenital thyroid deficiency. So when you call yourself a Christian, that is what you're
You
calling
call yourself stupid?
Yep.
That is
Nigga.
what you're calling. And look at that.
I'm gonna bring a word, bring something to
See
that
what
too.
the original word where they derived to.
What do Christians do?
Crazy.
Or what they don't do?
Research.
They don't research. They don't read.
It's
That's what
So
we
where it goes.
we the only ones that know this though.
That's right. We don't want to study.
All these churches been open all these years and nobody knows it.
They know it.
But we'll look stupid
Whatever
saying it to somebody else, like trying to talk to somebody else about this.
But remember the scripture we just read? That Yah is a God of what? The living.
Yeah.
He's
Right.
not a God of the dead.
Right.
Now
And how
who
can
is
you
dead?
And how can you be
Or
more?
spiritual.
Is spiritually dead.
But how can you be living? Only if you got the commandments in you.
Right.
Mhm.
If you don't have the commandments, you're dead.
Right.
And they teach them what?
Right.
Don't follow the law.
The law is
The law is
done.
done away
Wait,
with.
wait. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
My topic is done. Y'all have any questions? Y'all want to talk about something else? You got something, brother?
I really had nothing to bring out, but the importance of knowledge.
Bring that up.
Yeah, you do.
Wow. Yeah, that's deep.
Reading though is important though, right?
Yep.
Yeah, reading.
Learning in this walk is the key to survival. You gotta always learn. Just cause you know you an Israelite, it don't stop there. You gotta constantly grow. This is how you get your survival. View yourself as like a tree, right? All this right here is like nutrients and thank you, brother. All this is nutrients that we learning right now. This is the sunlight, our life and stuff that our Father given for us. Now it's gonna come a time when He gonna see what kind of fruit we bear. So what do trees do? They bear fruit, right? We gotta make sure we done took in enough knowledge and we bear fruit. He gonna see the work that we did. That's what that tree doing. Is when it has fruit, it's showing the work. Okay, Father, look, this is what I got. That's what we need to have. We need to have fruit on us when He get back, showing that we done took in all His knowledge and stuff, and now we producing, we working. That's what this is about. See what I'm saying? Don't stay stagnant. Let me get that scripture, that parable with that fig tree, because I really like.
It's got all the names. Everything's probably. I'm gonna bring something
Yeah,
out.
but it's always good for it to set in. You never know, you may have to use it and bring it out.
So when you read the Bible, the first
All the names.
when you read the Bible, you need to start from the beginning.
Start from the beginning. Start from the beginning. And see, what we do, it seems like we jump around a lot, right? But see, what it is that you read line for line, precept on precept, here a little, there a little. That's how the Bible written.
Right.
All that we have right now, the Bible wasn't like this back in the day. Those scrolls, it was just written. It wasn't no numbers and all this and that. See what I'm saying? So when it seemed like some people like, well, y'all taking it out of context, they don't understand it. You're supposed to read it like that. Let's go to Isaiah 28. Let me show you real quick before I go back to that fig tree. Isaiah chapter 28. And see, they blame us as Israelites that we just cherry picking. That's what they say. We picking what we want. Christians pick what they want. That's why it's a lot of confusion. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you just read.
I know.
Well, pastors are really not the stupid ones. They're not
As far
stupid.
as the way the word,
Yeah.
what they're doing is they're getting people's money.
Right.
They're using their ignorance
Right.
against them.
And then they know.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, they
Even
know.
when you go to the doctor now, they ask you, what's your religion?
What's the
Stuff
religion?
like
What's
that.
that?
To the where?
What's going on, man?
To the doctors and stuff, they ask
Right.
you, what's your religion?
They sure
They
do.
take it.
Even in school, I just found out about you. Oh, what she is African only putting that down because I already know they ain't even gonna understand. I just don't even check nothing.
I just put
Israelite.
I put other on them.
Other exactly.
Other.
That's what you call it.
So Isaiah chapter 28, everybody.
28 and 10?
28, yeah. Actually, we're gonna start at 9, and we're gonna go all the way to 13. Yeah. But it's a reason why they do that too for classification. See, the so-called upper people, they know who we are.
Right.
And see, what y'all don't believe is that they keep testing and they watching our children, because when you get this knowledge in you, you gonna become superior.
Yeah.
And I'm not telling y'all to go out there and act just, exactly. Don't
Does
fool everybody.
High minded.
Yeah, because you can grind somebody into the dust with this knowledge.
Right.
Real talk, because this is His wisdom. It's not ours. See, we just come back to what we lost.
It's so good that it's scary.
Right.
You know,
It is.
feel like that.
It
Yeah.
is.
Because like I said, this, and I'm gonna teach y'all something too. I went over in the class before about the whole line upon line, precept on precept. But I will read it first. I'll show y'all. This is Isaiah chapter 28, starting at 9 through 13. It says, "Whom shall he teach knowledge, And whom shall he make to understand doctrine? Them that are weaned from the milk and drawn from the breast. Right? So when you start off in this knowledge, you got to start off with milk. You can't just feed somebody meat. That's like, all right, you just not waking up, sis, right? And then I come at you and tell you something about the resurrection or something. You're like, what? You know what I'm saying? About heaven, what? It's going to blow your mind, you know?
Right.
So we have to start off with milk with you, showing who you are, how these scriptures relate to you. See, that's what we're doing, like with the name and stuff. Because before that, you would just think, Lord God, you know, like they taught us. So now we're showing you who our Father is. So when you need him, that's who you call on. See?
And I like how you said too. When he said, "In whom shall you teach knowledge?" He's showing you how to teach knowledge.
Yeah.
Line upon line, precept, precept, brother.
All right. Verse 10, it says, "For precept must be upon precept, line upon line." It says, "Here little and there little." It says, "For," and this part right here, this is a little deep meaning right here on part 11. It says, "For with the stammering lips and another tongue will you speak to this people." What language we speaking right now?
Another tongue.
We speaking another tongue. Hebrew was our main tongue.
Yeah.
So we speaking English right now.
He's
Some of our
speaking
brothers,
English.
yeah, in another nation, they speaking that tongue. So our Father teaching us in that language. We ain't learning our old language. See, right? Verse 12, it says, "To whom he said, this is the rest wherewith you may cause the weary to rest. And this is the refreshing, yet they would not hear." 13, "But the word of Yah was unto them, precept upon precept, precept upon precept, line upon line." It says, "Here little and there little, that they might go fall backwards and be broken and snared and taken." Right? So what we doing, like I said, when you read the Bible, first you take your time, you read from Genesis all the way to Revelation. Now when you go through it, you got a better understanding. So you're going to start understanding, like over here, it could say something like a chapter right here, but it could mean something way over here. See, and then it starts to come together like a puzzle. And don't feel bad, sis, because you don't get everything. You not. The Father will give you part of the puzzle that you have to come to class and teach us. So then it come together, and then you'll hear a brother over here, he'll bring it out like, that's what that meant. Now it start making sense. So what we doing is we teaching each other. See, well, really, he's teaching all of us. See, because at one time when I woke up, to me, as just an expression, my brothers seemed like they was way over past the gap, and I'm like, man, I'm trying to catch up. So I would jump in other books trying to catch up with him, and I wouldn't get nowhere. I mean, I learned a little bit, but I wouldn't get nowhere. But as time went on, that gap started closing. You see what I'm saying? But everybody gonna have different levels of learning, so don't feel bad. You know what I'm saying? Now we use precept on precept, line upon line, how the Father taught me. I can grab like the apocryphal book now. I can grab the pseudepigrapha book. I can grab the Nag Hammadi. And all of it start making sense. It's like the puzzle start stretching out. Yeah.
Like earlier teaching when you go to Exodus 3, I think 13, well, our Father said, "I am." He was, "I am." Then when the Revelations 1, where the side said, "I am." So that's line upon line, precept upon precept, here together. That's why you see us jumping back and forth in the Bible to prove that His word is standing, His word is true. And you can't stay in one book and say you know what this really means. You have to teach line upon line, precept upon precept, here together.
Like, let me give you a good example of that. Everybody turn to Romans 11, 1 and 2. Right? It's what they call New Testament. And another thing about New Testament, like I always taught y'all, Christians and all these other denominations will tell you the Old Testament done away with. So they won't even read it. You cannot understand New Testament if you don't understand Old. You have to understand Old, because everybody that's in Old Testament, New Testament, and what they call the prophets, everybody keep going back to the law. That's in the first 5 books of Torah. Everybody keep going back to that. Christ even teaching from that. See, you can't get rid of that. See, and when you start understanding, you're going to realize this is the Israelite book. It's your book.
Our book. Not no one,
Nobody else.
no
This is
nation,
our
our
book.
book. This is our book.
Yep.
Our book.
Romans 7.
Romans chapter 11,
11,
1 and 2. Right? And I want to do a class on about spiritual Israel too, because that was bothering the daylights out of me.
They love trying to pull that.
Love trying to pull that.
Trying to be included.
They can give us scripture though.
Yep.
They can get
They're trying to steal our heritage.
Right.
They're trying to act like we done away with. Everybody can come on in. Yeah, everybody.
But their scripture not revealing his name. Their scripture just pointing out different.
Different
Their
stuff.
own
They just say
meaning.
Lord. Yeah, but they try to put their own meaning.
Like when
in
they
what I'm
say,
saying.
they said I am. They don't say I am.
They don't use his name at all. Like you say in Malachi chapter 2, when say my name is
Stop.
Yeah, Malachi 1. Yeah, Malachi chapter 1 verses 13, 14. Yeah. All right. Let me bring out this point real quick and show you how here a little, there a little word. All right. Now this Paul speaking. Right. It says, "I say then, has y'all cast away his people?" The people meaning us. It says, "Y'all forbid, for I am also an Israelite of the seed of Abraham of the tribe of Benjamin." Now this Paul, and one thing I like about Paul, because Christians love to go to Paul and they're gonna twist Paul. They're gonna twist Paul all day. Paul right here telling you his pedigree. He said, "I'm the seed of Abraham." I mean bloodline from the tribe of Benjamin. See what I'm saying? And it says, verse 2, "God has not cast away his people, which he foreknew." He telling you right there, you know, the Father didn't throw us away. And I'm going to show you a precept of that now. Let's go to Philippians. Is it Philippians or 2 Corinthians? Make sure I get this right.
2 Corinthians.
2 Corinthians 11:22. Yeah, that's it. 2 Corinthians 11:22. Yep, that's it. Everybody done?
What is it?
All right. See it?
11:22.
Yep, 2 Corinthians 11:22. Now, again, this is Paul's pedigree, but this is a whole other book, right? It says, "Are they Hebrew? So am I. Are they Israelites? So am I. Are they the seed of Abraham? So am I." You see that?
What they saying?
He's saying he's showing his pedigree. He's showing who he is.
He's called.
Showing, yeah.
And that was,
That was second Corinthians.
He said who he is.
Showing who he is.
his blood.
His bloodline.
Oh.
Because we had JW tell us that Paul was Roman descent. He was a Roman citizen. But he telling you right here, he an Israelite. He was child of Benjamin. That's like you saying, like, you could be in another country. Let's say,
Even the
Americans.
JWs tell you that kind of stuff.
You know, see, most people don't read.
Don't read.
They don't read.
Tell about
And then, yeah, they'll go by like pictures. Like you see like a whole bunch of pictures, and then somebody say, "Whoa, Paul was Roman descent." But if you read in here, he wasn't Roman descent. He telling you right in Hebrew. He Israelite.
They trying to say this Paul.
Just an example. Yeah, just an example. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I'm still an American citizen.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You're an American citizen, but when you write on the paper, does it do what they ask you to classify yourself as what?
A black person.
Black African American.
African American.
Yep.
Yeah.
You can go all the way to Germany or something like that.
But it don't say Caucasian or nothing on there.
No, I never gonna say that.
It used
don't
to.
say that?
It used to, like I guess on paper they used to, right? I don't know how to say it now. Like certain papers it says you have to write down Caucasian. Now it's like black non-Hispanic descent. Now, yeah, it's
What do you
very
mean by black non-Hispanic?
Non-Hispanic. You don't speak Spanish. You
yeah,
black.
because it's a lot. It's black Spanish people.
Yeah, it's a lot of black
That's what I'm
Spanish people though.
Yeah.
Just the fact that they changed our name, like
Why they
every,
hide?
what, 50
No,
years?
they try to hide Hispanic.
Every,
They try to whitewash and make it look like
You
they
already did that.
Yeah.
Every so many years, yeah, you're right. It says every so many years they change their name.
So
Right.
against the Puerto
Very
Ricans.
They Israelites.
The Israelites
Yeah.
against the Puerto Ricans.
All of us.
Not all, but
Most.
Like I
like
said,
40%. Not those pale ones like in Mexico, like those pale white ones, like super duper white.
It still
I
depends
would,
on who they
Father.
are
yeah,
Depends on the
depending on the father.
and then it go deeper than that. That's what I tell you. It all depends on the spirit.
on top of
It all depends on the spirit that's in the person. Because like I said, all this is flesh. The Father ain't looking at that. Flesh don't please the Father. So again, you can't just look at that person. Oh man, you ain't an Israelite. You don't never know.
Right.
You really don't know.
Right, you cannot do that. I did that.
Some boys say he must worship me in the spirit and the truth.
Mm-hmm.
So you gotta know the truth,
Yeah.
and it gotta be spirit with it.
That's why this word got to get preached to the whole, all over the
All
planet.
the nation.
Yeah. And it's all right. Coming out of that organization like that with 8 million people, and I use that as a good example. They're quick to say that we the only ones doing the preaching work all over the planet. They may be doing a preaching work, but it ain't the truth. You see what I'm saying? And I like how in these last days, the Father used us to wake us up, because what we got now, the internet.
Right.
You all over the place. You do a video, if our Father touch that video, it's all over the planet. So you doing a preaching work, believe it or not.
Yeah.
Hey, you know how fast? You got 10 million people that use your channel.
Yeah, but think about it, who's doing that though?
Are we recording now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You should have said something to me.
But see, that's what I'm saying though.
So
Think
where
about
did grace come from in the Bible?
grace?
Grace.
Grace is what's how to break down grace? It's like say like with the election, right? That's like basically us. We didn't do nothing to get selected. It was because of grace, mercy. See what I'm saying? We was
So
already
when we
picked.
pray when we're eating, we have to say our grace.
Yeah, but we ask him, you know, we thanking our Father. Yeah, for giving
Bless
us
the
food to
food,
eat.
okay.
Yeah.
So
Like-
you're saying?
I was making sure that's real too.
Yeah. What do you mean like grace?
No, what you were saying before she said something about, I don't even know you was just saying.
Oh, you mean like preaching?
Yeah.
Preaching work?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, okay, yeah, like, remember the sister she brought up by the camera. Think about it. Back then, like, when we sleep, cameras wasn't, like, really available like now. You can get a camera for, like, $100, $50 now. Hook it up to the internet, boom, you know, you can broadcast to everybody.
So that's like a
The
webcam?
phone.
Yeah, well, you can hook it up like any camera, like a phone, you can hook the phone up